Hello and welcome to an awesome review. And today we're looking at the Halo Universe series, Spartan Vale, part of the Wave 2 and Imperial Grunt Build-A-Figure Wave. And yeah, so first things first, before we get too far into it here, she does come with the Imperial Grunt's head, as you can see here. And, it's nice, paint on it is nice. He has a hinge, so, you know, nothing to say there. Uh, you know, Skin color here is a little. I mean, it's a nice two-tone color. It just looks really dull. I don't know, but we'll save that if I ever actually finish that Build-A-Figure. Also comes with that Grunts needler here, which I actually had her holding earlier, and I'm probably going to put that back into her hand later and keep it there, because well, it's a needler, and I mean I have the hands for the Grunt, but no body or anything, so you know what, might as well use it, right? And the two pegs, just like every other figure, to come in a little bag so that you can attach her weapons, in this case, a weapon, to her legs and back, I believe. Yeah. She has two ports on her legs, one on either side. You can see right there, so that you can plug in her SMG, or you can plug it in the back. And yeah, she comes with the SMG, which is cool. You can get her to hold it like that, with both her hands and everything, but it's a little bit more difficult because I don't know if it's just the fact that the double jointed elbows are non existent and the fact that her elbows don't bend as good. I think kind of prevents her. You can kind of see if I lay her back like this, she's not actually holding onto the gun that well because I can't really get her to hold on to both of these perfectly fine. Her wrist hinge doesn't really want to work, but I mean you can get it there. But again, you can also just have her holding it with one hand if you wanted to, so it's not that big of a deal. But quick look at the SMG itself. Focus on that. It's nice. Nothing bad to say there. Black and silver, no dry brushing or anything, but looks good. You can see where the hole is for you to put one of these pegs in, so you can peg it into her body. Now, the figure herself, aesthetically, I think she looks really good. Isn't much to talk about in the paint department. It's just molded plastic and everything. It has some gold around on the chest and the legs and everything. The helmet visor looks nice. It's a nice, clean looking figure. I will say that right away. With some minor-ish issues, the main ones being her legs here. If you turn them, the armor pops off. So, it's really annoying because if you try and turn her legs or try and turn her just so she has kind of like a stance going sideways or walking sideways, I should say, the armor does tend to pop off, and you just saw the bottom armor pops off. So, again, I feel like although Mattel is doing a nice job with these. It is Mattel, right? Um, they look good and everything. The sculpt is there. You know, the removable armor, good idea on paper, badly executed, especially on Vale here, who just happens to not be able to have the armor on when she turns her legs backwards, or you can turn them inwards, but if you're trying to get her into like a sideways kind of stance, it's not really gonna happen without that kind of popping off or her kind of standing awkwardly. But yeah, articulation wise, she can not really look up at all. I mean, really at all. She can look down really well. And there is kind of a pivot side to side, and she can rotate. The armor kind of gets in the way there. She can raise her arm about that high, which, it's level, so I'll let that pass. Her elbow, like I said earlier, only bends in that much. That's actually me forcing the armor. You can see the, hand just popped off. But yeah, I would have thought that this could be movable, but it's not. So kind of sucks because, like I said, it kind of limits the way she can hold her gun. I'm not sure, but I almost feel like Master Chief can bend his elbow more, but maybe I'm wrong. It's been a while since I've really, really messed with him. But she can rotate her arm. There goes the armor again. It's kind of a mess. You can see she does have an upper bicep swivel, but it's going to be blocked by the upper part of her armor there. And she does have just pop that on like that. She does have a swivel and a hinge at her hand. So there is that. She does have the upper joint here, which lets her rotate side to side, rock forward a pretty decent amount. Can't go really far back at all, so you're not going to really get any back movement out of her. Every time a piece of armor falls off, I'm just going to leave it off at this point. Uh, yeah, it's not the best. I mean, it's not executed the best. I mean, it does have some side to side, some forward, and she can rotate, but going back is really non existent. Like I showed, well, first of all, she can't kick backwards at all because of her giant the butt, basically the giant butt plate thing they got going on here. That I don't know. I feel like they really should just kind of cut that down. I get that it looks more accurate this way, but it would be nice to have the legs go back just a little bit. Forward wise, there goes another piece of the armor. She can kick forward, but it does come out a little bit sideways because of the way the legs are made. Unless you want it to be straight, in that case, that's as high as she goes. She does have a single jointed knee, which does not do that well at all. Rotation at the thigh, though, like I showed, if you start rotating it, the armor will fall off. And she does have a hinge at the leg and a little bit of a pivot, but again, the top boot armor here, if you're not careful, or the back boot, are going to start touching this armor, and that's going to fall off. So, would I recommend this figure? I honestly don't even know. I mean, it is a nice figure. You can get her into some decent enough poses. She does have a lot of issues that I think need to be fixed, and I'm sure they're not limited with her. I know a lot of the other figures have had issues, but they really need to start going, looking into that. Maybe just abandon the whole removable armor thing in favor of just leaving the armor on and working on the sculpt so the articulation can be just a little bit better. Because let's face it, when it comes to characters like Vale, Master Chief, any Blue Team or Fire Team or Cyrus, you're gonna pretty much be leaving the armor on so that they are their own character. Now, I get that they released a few different Spartans with full sets of armor, but at the same time, I feel like, again, it's those sets. I would be leaving those on. Now, if they were releasing sets of armor separately and they had like, here, buy female body figure for, let's say, $10, and you can buy a set of armor for another $10, and maybe it comes with multiple sets of armor, like multiple chest pieces, multiple heads, then sure, okay, that would be cool. But otherwise, I don't think that many people are mixing and matching the armor all too much. Now, I'm speaking for myself. I'm sure somebody out there is doing it and somebody's having fun with it. So good for you, whoever you are. But when it comes to kind of articulation and all that stuff, probably not the best move. And it's definitely showing with this figure, with everything falling off. Like I said, sculpt wise and everything, she looks great. I do like her. Recommendation is a little bit hard to say. It really depends on how much you like her, maybe how much you like Fireteam Osiris and all that. Maybe how much you want that Imperial Grunt. Still will look nice on the shelf. So for anyone who's just gonna, put it up like that, yeah, totally get it. Otherwise, like I said, maybe think about it because the armor falls off pretty easily. Though it's not gonna stop me from getting the figures. It's just, heads up for anybody who doesn't like the fact that the armor can come off way too easy and when messing with it. Anyways, here she is standing next to Master Chief. You can tell she is shorter than Master Chief, which, well, I don't remember seeing them standing next to each other, so I can't say if it's accurate or not, but I'm sure it's accurate. I don't have Locke. Just never got him because I never felt like it. If I ever see him on sale, I'll probably pick him up now, but don't have Locke or Buck. Don't have the rest of the Blue Team down to show you guys anymore height comparisons, but here is the Orbiter who we just reviewed, and you can see towers over her, no problem. So height-wise, scale-wise, with the rest of the Halo line, she definitely fits in, which is what you want, because scaling-wise, with any other figure company, good luck. It's not really going to work. I do have this Batman here, and in a way, I would say this is the closest you're going to get to mixing and matching the Icon's Batman, because he is shorter than her, but I feel like she should still be a little bit taller. Same with NSH Figure Arts Goku right here. Goku being, what is he, like 5'9" or something? She should be around at least 6.5 to 7. I know Master Chief is around that height, I believe. And next to the new Iron Man, she's way too short because there's no way Iron Man is taller than a Spartan. So yeah, mixing and matching, not really going to be feasible with this line, but that's pretty much that. Don't have much else to say here other than if I get the other figures in the line, I will be doing reviews for them. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Anyways, that's my review for Spartan Vale. Thumbs up, comments, and all that cool stuff, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.